already who are super excited about the project that we are doing today. If you didn't catch the thumbnail, we're making an ornament, which seems like maybe we shouldn't be doing that today because we have the windows open. It's like 66 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous here. And honestly, if we hadn't thought about it only 7 minutes before the live, we would have figured out some way to do the live outside. It is just gorgeous here. So hope that you guys are having a fun day. This is the ornament that we're making. Like I said, it is on the thumbnail, but this is a super cute little cut file that came out a couple of months ago. Our little slothy. We have a couple of sloth cut files that are available here at Maker's Gonna Learn to all of our members. So if you are a sloth lover, check them out. Guys, has anyone started on their craft challenge that we issued to you all yesterday? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, refer to yesterday's live or go over in the private Facebook group. But I'm curious. I know a couple of you guys already had your creative wheels spinning for that craft challenge. This is a super fun challenge idea. Don't you love it, Rachel?
I love it. It's a way to really get you all kind of involved and maybe out of your comfort zones a little bit.
And here's the thing. Some of you guys were going to make the craft anyway. And so now you have the opportunity to win a $50 Amazon gift card.
Which is amazing.
Yes. And we did have a question. Is this available to everybody? And it is worldwide. So I did answer that in the Facebook group, but I just want to reiterate it here. If you are not a U.S. citizen, if you're in Canada and an Amazon gift card doesn't really make sense for you, then we also have a PayPal option. So we'll send you that if you happen to win. Not just Canada. That's just one, for instance. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I feel a little bit scattered. I don't know why, but I'm going to rein it in. So one thing that Rachel and I have been talking a lot about, we love the chatter. And we talk about this a lot. We love the community here at Maker's Gonna Learn. We love getting to know you. We love cutting up and having fun and all of that fun stuff. And we're still gonna do that. We're gonna do it toward the end of our segments. That's what we're trying to rein it in for. For those of you who do not love the chatter, then we can get the craft done and then we can still be friends at the end. So if you have any comments that are like that, try to save those toward the end because I get really distracted and I can't say no.
Because we love talking to
you guys so much.
You guys are our family.
As always, definitely if you have questions about the craft or product that we're using or anything like that, shoot those to me and Rachel will interrupt me at a good spot. But guys, other than the craft supplies that we have listed in the supplies for you or the description down below, just check those out. I'm not going to go over them. It's pretty self-explanatory. Felt, HTV, some little fun things. And check out those affiliate links. They will take you right to exactly what you need. Before I get started, I do want to let you guys know if you have not caught a live this week, shame on you, but we are running our amazing best deal for our membership here at Maker's Gonna Learn. So if you want to get grandfathered in at our best rate for our yearly membership, then use code BEST at checkout. That's code BEST and get $40 off of your yearly membership. So Rachel's gonna drop that link for you guys. It's going to be amazing. So good, as Tanner would say. And you're gonna wanna take advantage of it. But let's go ahead and hop over into Design Space and I'm going to show you how to manipulate this cut file for this fun project. Okay. So let me hide this for just a moment. This is the manipulated one. Oh, it didn't do what I wanted. There we go. I'm going to group it together and then I'll hide it. So now it's all one wonderful layer there. Well, not a layer, it's one group. So this is what it looks like when you pull it in. This guy right here is not part of the cut file. So this is a drop shadow that I've created in Illustrator. If you are an Inkscape user, then it is called a linked offset. And if you are a member of Design Make Sell, or a student of Design Make Sell rather, then you have access to learning how to create these. Honestly, this is probably, I feel like a lot of the projects I've been doing here lately, I've created a drop shadow for. I don't know personally why Design Space has not made this so easy, or Cricut has made this so easy for you guys in Design Space. it is used so much that you guys need to learn how to do it. So if you're not a student of Design Make Sell, definitely look for those doors to be opened again before the end of the year and learn some amazing things like creating drop shadows or linked offsets. Anyway, so this right here is the actual cut file, and it's a little bit difficult for me to see, so I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. You could definitely just take this guy exactly as is and create a super cute ornament. However, I want to talk a little bit. We're using felt today. We're going to be using Benzie felt, which is our favorite felt. And as you all know, when you're using that rotary blade in your maker, cutting smaller little cuts can be very difficult. Sometimes it almost seems like the felt is disintegrating. So let me hide this layer, not that one. Where is this guy? Where are my leaves? Was that not it? Okay, yeah, they did disappear. I just couldn't tell.
They're gone.
They're gone. Anyway, if you are trying to cut all these little bitty guys right here out, it's going to disintegrate. It's going to just completely fall apart, and it's not going to be what you want. So one thing that I like to do is go ahead and grab a basic shape. And I'm going to grab a heart here. You guys have seen me do this a lot. And I'm going to create like a leaf looking shape with basic shape. So I'm just going to duplicate this. I just right clicked and press duplicate. And then I'm going to go up to the top where it says flip. And I'm going to flip it vertically. So now that I've got that, I'll line these up just like this. And I can select both if I want. And then go up to the top where it says align. And press center horizontally, just so that they're perfect. And then what I want to do is just weld these together. And you can see I have a little hole right there, which honestly is not a huge deal, but if you're OCD like me, then you may want to contour that hole out. So if you didn't catch what I just did, I just had that highlighted, and then I went to the bottom right here where it says contour, and I just selected that. So now that hole has been filled, and I'm going to be a happier crafter. But then all I need to do is just make this smaller, and I'm going to just create kind of like my own leaf shape here for the HTV to go on top, so that my rotary blade is not having difficulty when it goes to cut this out. So just kind of whatever shape you want or whatever angle you want that goes well with the next layer, which would be the green actual foliage for, yeah. So what I might want to do before I weld all of this together is just open this or unhide this layer, and we will bring it to the front. If I can find it here. Is it grouped together? That's why. Let's ungroup it. Oh, guys, do you hear our train? It's our 2:15 train is early, Rachel.
What's it doing?
I'm not sure. Okay, so these will fit nicely in here. I might want to make them just a little bit bigger. You can see right here that there may be a little overlap. So then what I would just do is highlight the one that I want a little bit bigger, make it a little bit bigger, and you're just manipulating the cut files to work for you. I love that about Design Space and cut files, especially SVGs. Before I weld these little leafy patterns together or shapes together, I want to go ahead and duplicate this layer and move it over here to the side, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So now what I can do is grab this layer, and I can grab, where are they? They've moved on me. These guys right here, I'm just going to select all of them just like this.
If you hold down the shift key, you can select multiple layers in your layers panel, which is awesome.
Thank you, Rachel. Yes. So traditionally what I would do is kind of drag and drop this way, but because of all these other layers right here, it's going to select all of those layers too, and I don't want that. So I could hide them and then drag and drop if I wanted to, but the easiest way for me, I think, is just like Rachel said, to select one, press shift, and holding down shift, I'll select my other ones. And you can see that they are selected now. Once I have them selected, I'm going to press Weld, and look, we have a fun new layer there. So that's going to cut out really nicely. Now what I want to do, move to the back, send it back. There we go. Like I said, I could cut this out exactly like this. We have this little guy right here, and that's his body, and that's adorable. But in my opinion, and the first one that I made, I didn't do this. And when I got to looking at it, I was like, I really want to make this change. I think that this being the exact same color as the tree branch makes it look a little odd. Now I get that it's supposed to be like the inside of the arm, but I still kind of just want it to be the exact same color as the sloth instead of the tree branch. That's just me. If you don't care, then leave it as is and skip this step. But
to be honest, guys, with the finished project, you don't notice that much. Becca notices.
Yeah.
Some people might notice. And that's fine.
They may
total
not care.
Personal preference.
I have the one that I didn't fix, and then I'll let you kind of decide at the end which you like better. But since I'm already here, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is.
And it's not like it's a project fail to leave it. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like if you want to make his other limbs the same color, which is a great hack.
Yes. So I'm going to move this down just a little bit since we have it zoomed in so far. And what I'm going to do is just take this layer and kind of cut some arms and attach them to the body layer. Does that make sense? So to do that, I'm just going to grab a basic shape. I'm going to grab a circle over here, and then I will unlock the size ratio to sort of distort it so that I can make it more of an oval and more long. And then I'm just going to kind of pull it down right here. And I am going to slice it. Now, I can slice this and then go in and slice the other things that I want to slice. I personally slice this leg off and this leg off just so that I'm not having to deal with overlap and all of that. And then I also slice this. And it doesn't, you don't have to do that. If you want to line it up perfectly, you can. It's just easier for me. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And I'm going to show you a quick hack. Instead of slicing each of these individually, we're going to do it a different fun way. Why will it not select the circle? I want this circle. What in the world?
What is wrong with designs?
Okay.
There you go.
Wow, that was weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just distort a shape here and cover up like this leg right here that I don't necessarily want, or you could want it, whatever you want. And then I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to kind of cover this up right here. And then I'm going to do the same with the scarf here. And then, oh wow, that's really fun. Then what I'm going to do is select all of the little gray shapes that I have just now added. So I've got that selected. I have Shift held down, so I'll select that one, this one, and this one. And then I'm going to weld all of these together so that it's one layer. Now I have this layer and I have this layer, the brown layer. And if you don't know, you can only slice with two layers at one time. So that's why I wanted all of these little pieces as one layer, so that I'm not having to do this command 4 times. So now with those two selected, I don't know what this is. Let's delete that. It thinks it's another layer. Okay. Goodness. So with these 2 layers selected, just like this, now you can see that slice is available because it is only 2 layers. So I'm going to press slice. And then I'm going to come up to the top because I don't need this. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. And then I am going to delete this right here. And look at that. It looks really weird. And I still don't want this piece. So all I'm going to do is go over here to contour and just click that. Get rid of it. And then what I can do is take this little body right here, and I'm going to line it up with this guy right here. I can't really tell. Does that look lined up, Rachel?
It looks good to me.
Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to select both of these layers and weld it together. So now it was a little off. Let's undo that. So I just pressed undo.
You can move your thing in more, Becca, to get closer to
well,
it.
The problem is not that I can't. It's that the lights are so bright. It's washing it out to me. Is that weird? Like,
yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
But that did help.
That looks great.
Okay. So anyway, so now we have both layers and we're going to weld it together. And now our little body has 4 arms instead of 2. And I'm sorry if that doesn't drive you crazy that you just sat through that. But you got a little bit of education if you needed it in manipulating cut files. So you're welcome. But now that I'm finished with that, I'm going to move it back over here and just line everything up and see if I like it all. So let's send this to the back, send to back, and then we'll move this to the back again. Oh, look how cute he is.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. And then I need to go back and find this guy right here. And the only other thing that I'm going to do to manipulate this cut file is I am going to slice these leaves from the scarf because I want them to be 2 separate colors. If you want them the same color, then leave them as is. I think in the original one that I did, I left them, but I'm doing a different color palette for this one to give you guys some different inspiration. So that's why I'm just choosing to slice this out. So again, I'm just going to slice. I'm going to delete this layer because I don't need it. This layer because I don't need it. And now my leaves are separate from my little scarf piece here. And I am going to be doing a mix of HTV and felt here because these little pieces, if I were to do them in felt instead of HTV, it would be not terrible to line those up. In fact, it's probably the most doable out of all of them. But I just didn't want to deal with it. So I thought I can use HTV on top of this felt and that will look really cute. And then the same with this. Did not want to cut that out of felt. Honestly, I don't think it actually would cut out of felt. I think once again, it would just disintegrate. And then the same with this teeny tiny snowflake in its face. So I've elected to use some pieces with HTV.
Which I think is a great like other layer. I think it really looks good. If this thing was entirely felt, it would still be cute, but I really like the added layer.
Yeah. And you can do all of this out of HT if you wanted to. If you wanted to just do like the, do this right here. So your drop shadow or your linked offset out of felt and then do absolutely every other piece of it out of HTV, then you can definitely layer all of that. And it would be very cute. So lots of different options. The only other thing that I need to do is duplicate this layer because this is going to be a front and back. We're going to glue, let's see, send it back. And let me change the color really quick so that you can see more easily what we're talking about. This is going to be under this, just like this. And then we're going to sew, we're going to do a blanket stitch all the way around. And so this layer right here is going to be the backing that we're going to sew to the front. And we're going to fill it with poly fiber fill so that it has a cute puffy look. Send to back. So that's all you need. You need 2 of these dropped shadow layers and then however you wanted to manipulate this cut file, that is wonderful as well. But I went ahead, let's unhide, what is this? What's that layer? I don't even know. There must be like a random node in here that you can't see. So this is how I have elected to do mine. You can see the little pieces are just different colors, and I went in and changed them so that it is easy to figure out on my mat. So you just click make it. And you can see there are several mini mats on this. Definitely make sure you're going in and selecting the correct mat. So this one would be felt, this one would be HTV, so you're going to want to mirror that.
Yeah.
This one right here would be HTV, so you'll want to mirror it.
Be mindful of your material settings as well.
Yes.
This is a craft that you kind of don't really want to be watching a show where you really want to pay attention to the cutting part. You really want to make sure that you're doing this correctly.
Yeah, good point. And what I traditionally do is go in and cut all of my felts at one time so that I'm not having to change the material setting over and over. So good tip. Yeah, so instead of just going in order, I would go from here to this one because that's the next felt one. And do that. Another thing that you can do, which is what I did when I was cutting this out to prep for the live, I put all of my HTV on one mat. You do have to be mindful of where you're putting things, but I just changed all of the color of my HTV pieces to one color so that they were all on one mat. And I put like the white one up here, the black piece down here, my red piece here, and my green piece here, and just spaced them out and made sure that I have an adequate amount of HTV cut out for this. And then cut it out on one mat so I wasn't having to change mats over and over. But guys, this did take a little bit of time to cut out. I'm not going to lie. I want to say it's hard to remember if I got distracted in the middle or not, but I would say probably conservatively 20 to 30 minutes to cut it all out. So that's why I went ahead and cut it before, so that we have plenty of time to craft.
Thank goodness we're not cutting these by hand, right?
Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah. So we're finished in Design Space. Just follow those prompts. And if you're using Benzie felt, then you're going to want, let me show you really quickly the proper, or the setting that we use for the Benzie felt. You can go to Browse Material, type in felt there, and there are several different options. Oh, not on this one. This is actually it. Wool fabric felt is the setting that I use. However, I'm connected to the Explore Air 2 instead of the Maker. So that's why it's only giving me 2 felt options. If you have the Maker, which is what you're going to want to cut Benzie felt out with, because you do need the rotary blade. It is a nice thick wool felt. Then you'll have a couple of different options. If you want to make this and you do not have a Maker, you can definitely use different felt that is compatible with your Air 2. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. What? I'm sorry. Okay. Before, oh yeah, okay, so we did have the felt option, and then obviously you're gonna choose iron on, everyday iron on for the HTV there. We can get this on MGL as well, correct. Alina, are you talking about the sloth cut file? If so, you absolutely can. It is available to monthly and yearly members over on our website, Maker's Gonna Learn. And if you guys don't know, our monthly members are now having access to our fonts as well. So in the past, our yearly members have only had access to that, but we have padded the yearly membership for yearly members and have added to the monthly just to give you guys more value. And Tanner has really done a great job of listening to feedback and kind of adapting for you guys. So that's amazing. While I'm here, I just want to show you guys, Rachel has dropped a link for you guys if you are interested in a membership here at Maker's Gonna Learn, which gives you access to thousands of cut files, hundreds of fonts, lots of education, lots of inspiration, basically anything that you would need to be a successful die cut crafter is available to you here at Maker's Gonna Learn. Our community is invaluable. Our commercial license that is available to yearly members, which enables you to legally sell products that you create using our cut files, is free in our yearly membership. And guys, it is available to you today for $40 off using that code BEST, B-E-S-T.
And that stands for the best sale of the year.
Of the entire year.
It is the lowest price that you
Yes.
will find our membership of the year.
And you can see it says the price is locked in forever. So if you take advantage of the Maker's Gonna Learn membership at other times using different promo codes, you're not locked in at that rate. So if you got $20 off or $30 off or whatever, when your yearly subscription renews, you will be bumped up to the full price, which is $191.88. But say for instance, you joined 6 months ago and you're like, man, that $40 off is amazing. I'm going to be a member of Maker's Gonna Learn forever because they're amazing. And I really want to be locked in at my renewal time at that $40 off. You can do that. Even if you joined 6 months ago, you can go ahead and purchase another yearly membership grandfathered in at this $40 off, and it will just add to the end of your current membership and just elongate it for you, and you will be locked in at that $40 off for life.
Woohoo!
Yes, as long as your membership is active. Like if you were to cancel your membership and then come back like in a year or whatever, then you're not still grandfathered in.
Yeah, if
Does
you
that make
cancel,
sense?
yeah, you lose it. You lose the discount.
Amazing. So yeah, take advantage of that. If you have any questions about our membership, definitely let me know. This landing page that Courtney has put together for us is so amazing. It gives you guys so much information about the different tiers that are available to you, what is given to you as well in those different tiers. But yeah, I would be very happy to answer any questions that you have about it for anybody here that is new. Until then, wait, what does Kat say? If you're not a yearly member of MGL, run, don't walk to get this deal to get grandfathered in.
Oh, Kat.
I love you, Kat. She did it several years ago and have never regretted it. MGL is the best membership, hands down.
You're so sweet.
Kat, this is just one reason why I love you, my friend.
Just one.
Yes,
little one.
just one. I'll make a list later for you. You are amazing. But yeah, if there aren't any direct questions right now, then I'm going to go ahead and start doing a little crafting. I did put all of the supplies out here for you. I think it's just, I don't know why I did that because I have it all cut. It's for theatrics.
Yes. It's just to show
It's
you.
for theatrics. Yeah, so we have some awesome 143 vinyls here and some beautiful colors. I love them.
It's actually a Caesar Easy Weave.
Yes, yes. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm trying to decide what order I want to do things in. I think I'm going to HTV first. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat my little EasyPress to 350. So that's the second notch right here. And then we're going to wait for just a few seconds to let it preheat and we will start putting this together. So guys, do you see here what I was talking about? How his arms, did anybody comment on that? Would it have driven them crazy too? Or are they like, oh my gosh, Becca, move on?
Now that you pointed it out, I bet it'll drive more people crazy. But those people that say that have to admit they probably didn't notice it at first.
Right?
There's no way their eyes were immediately drawn. But once you point it out, I totally see how that could affect you. I totally see it.
I'm guessing that had I not actually made it and spent quite a bit of time looking at it, I wouldn't have noticed it either. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So what I'm going to do first is bring these guys over here. You can see I've done some fun different colors. These are more
these colors. They're so
Becca-ish
cute.
colors.
They
Yes.
are.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm going to can my chair over here, so give me a second. I like to stand up and craft.
I'm a sitter crafter.
Yeah.
Becca's a stander crafter. Yeah.
I feel like I can't get over it and look at it.
I understand.
So what I want to do is just grab, I'm going to start with my little scarf here and put my HTV down on it. Hopefully, I'm going to move this too because I don't have any elbow room. What is wrong with me today? There we go.
You just need extra elbow room on this Friday.
Sometimes you just need extra elbow room. Okay. So I am going to just place this little guy right here on top. Can you imagine placing each individual piece of this?
No.
Yeah, I'm so
I wouldn't
glad.
want to.
It's like, okay. So the nice thing about HTV, guys, oh my gosh, there's so many nice things about HTV, but one is that you can move it around. So it's not like a one-shot wonder like it is with vinyl, where if you put it down, you're likely not going to get it up. So I really appreciate that. But I'm just going to lay that down and grab my little EasyPress here, put some heat on it, move it around. If you've not worked with vinyl on felt before, or heat transfer vinyl, excuse me, on felt before, it works beautifully.
It really sticks super well.
It does. Look at that.
I want to read Miss Brandy's comment.
Hear it.
She said, y'all, I'm so excited. Join Maker is going to learn annually on 11/3/2020. Started my Cricut business the next day. She said, I already have 3 orders. I'm going to attempt glitter ornaments this weekend. Miss Brandy, we are over the moon for you.
That is absolutely phenomenal.
We're so excited.
I love to hear that testimony. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much. So sweet.
That's amazing. So you might get in here and think, see how this doesn't really lay correctly? Did you notice that? Is it just me? I don't know.
No,
but it's super easy. So all I'm going to do is just separate these and place them individually. No big deal to do that. We'll just cut it and then we'll place them. I don't know, honestly, which one
I've done this on another project too, Becca, where they, for some reason, just don't line up the way I want them. I just whack them off and line them up separately. Not a big deal.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do that. Obviously, did you see that clear plastic over here? the transfer sheet was wanting to come over here on my other little leaf. And you can't have that. Have you ever done that? Like you were going to sort of piece pieces together and then you had accidentally a little piece of plastic underneath
Overlapped.
your HTV.
Yes.
Oh, guys, it's so heartbreaking to do that.
It is.
I've done it. I've done it more than once. I'm ashamed to say. Yeah. So now sometimes when Rachel sees what I'm doing, she'll walk by and she's like, you don't have any overlap, do you? I'm like, thank you, I love you. I'm going to ruin everything. Okay, so we're just going to place these here, and then we'll just grab our EasyPress once they're placed and easily put those down as well. You might be wondering why I have an orange tree here. And the answer is that I was out of this gorgeous brownish color that I have. I'm not out of it. I just don't know where it is. And I honestly don't hate that this is not brown because I love color. So just to address that, I do realize it's not brown. Maybe there's an orange wood tree.
Sure.
There's orange wood sticks that are not really orange at all. So I'm gonna go with that.
And Miss Brandy, the one with the amazing testimony, is from Tennessee. Let me know where you are, Miss Brandy.
Yes.
Us Tennesseans do have to stick together. I did not know you were from Tennessee.
We do. So we can chat a little bit while I'm doing this. I am just placing all of these, and I want to put my little shirt down right now so that I know where to put my face. Does that make sense? I don't want to accidentally move it down too far or anything like that. So placing my little face, go ahead and put a little heat on it just like this. And then we will layer the cute little eyeballs on top of it. That's so exciting.
Becca, everyone thinks it looks brown. It's great.
Oh, good.
You've done great.
Fantastic. I love hearing that. I might have to pull this closer to me because I can't see what I'm doing. So just layer this. Has anyone here not layered HTV before? Let me know. Are you nervous to do it? I'm about to show you how easy it is. So I've just put it on there. Make sure when you're layering HTV like this, you notice how big this piece of transfer sheet is. I've left it on there intentionally because I don't want any of the underlying vinyl exposed, because when I put the heat on it, it would melt that. But if you cover that vinyl up, you're gonna have a gorgeous result just like this. So yeah, if you've been scared to layer HTV, don't be at all. Rachel, how many layers have you ever kept count? What's the most that you have? Oh no!
Oh.
Why didn't no one tell me? Why didn't no one tell me?
Did you get excited?
I'm not excited.
You have the materials?
Yeah.
You want to cut it out?
We're going to cut it out.
Let's cut it out.
We're going to cut it out right now.
Yay. Okay. Guys, you're going to see some cutting today.
Yep.
Let me think of how many layers that I'm going to say 6. And I think it was because it was for an actual video about layering.
Yes.
So I did 6. Here's Cassie. Cassie, thanks, honey. Look, a little late. She said, "Wait, Becca, why'd you put his face on?"
It's all your fault.
Cassie, you know I'm messing with you, girl.
Yes,
I mess with the people that I love.
Absolutely.
But seriously.
It's totally my fault. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to just go ahead and delete these, and I'm going to cut these out on one mat. And here's the thing. I'm just going to leave him here and put that there. Just like that. I'm not even going to remove it because you don't need to. And then I'm going to color sync. So if you don't know how to do this, look at this learning experience.
Yeah, see?
Color sync is up here. So you can see I have two layers with 2 different colors. Go up to color sync and you can drag and drop so that you can sync them together with the same color. Obviously you could just go up to the top and change those colors too if you wanted to. But I've got this here. I'm going to move my black eyes all the way over here.
Oh, hang on. No one's even seeing what you're doing. My fault.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
You're going to have to Show them again.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sorry.
go back to color sync.
I was like watching
No
what
big
you're
deal.
doing, then realizing they couldn't even see what you were doing.
So let me.
No one commented though. They're probably just
No one's
going
helping
along
us
with
today.
it.
This is all their fault. Let me go back over here and change the color here. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to change it to a random color. So what I was talking about with color sync is you know, we have these 2 layers right here. And if you had a ton of layers, then you would probably want to do this just so that you're not having to come up here and select each layer and change the color right here. But all I'm going to do is go to color sync right here, and then you can drag and drop your layers so that they're color synced together. Anyway, now I can click make it, and I'm going to move my eyeballs over here, and I'm going to mirror this, and then I just need to make sure that my white is here and my black is on this side. Let's turn our machine on here. Thank goodness I brought these materials in that I said I didn't really need, because I really do need them. It's fine. There we go. And Rachel's,
you did need those, Becca.
I did need them. Absolutely
it's so good
needed
that you
them.
brought them.
Guys, guess what I'm doing this weekend? Rachel already knows.
I do?
I'm so excited. Yeah. So Tanner and Courtney are doing a little getaway with some friends.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. And Tanner said, I felt so bad. Tanner said, how do you find a good dog sitter? Like, how do you know where to find one or whatever? And, okay, so look, I've got my white on this side and my black on this side, and that's why I separated them on my mat. So now I can just cut it out in one fell swoop. Anyway, he was like, how do you find a good dog sitter? And I was like, I'll be your dog sitter. So I am watching Penny this weekend, and I'm very excited to have a puppy in the house since I did lose my little Monty girl at the beginning of the week. It will be nice to have a little pup in the house. I mean, I have 2 other dogs, but whatever. Anyway, so then he texted me last night and said, Becca, are you sure that you want to watch Penny? And I was like, you know what? I didn't even think about this. What if he doesn't want me to, but it's too nice? And I literally didn't give him an option. I just threw myself at him.
Why would he not want?
I don't know. You know how I get to overthinking things. And he
Like,
was like,
he would oh gosh.
he was like, no, I totally want you to. So I'm very excited. Anyway, we can go back over to this while it is cutting out and do a couple of other pieces. So let me take 2 seconds to make sure I'm not going to screw the rest of this up. Okay, where did my white go with my, where did it go?
It was on the same one of the same sheets.
Yes.
It's probably stuck to your arm or something.
Oh, here it is. I threw it away. My little snowflake. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
And Sin, good question. Tanner's mom, Sally, always takes Gus when Tanner goes out of town.
Yes, and Gus is like low
I don't know why Sally
maintenance.
didn't want Penny. Maybe it was just too much for her.
Well, I don't know that Sally didn't want. I don't know. I think.
Not saying Sally wouldn't. I don't know
No.
the situation. Who would not want Penny?
Yeah,
A crazy person.
I think. I don't know, actually. I sort of just didn't ask questions and threw myself at the situation because that puppy is a cutie. Okay, so I'm just going to weed this off really quickly here, and then I'm going to try to gather myself and actually layer this correctly this next time. Anyway, at least that was a quick fix.
Yeah,
I didn't like completely ruin it.
You taught them a new little hack? This is
yeah.
good. You meant to do that, right?
Two new hacks. Color
Yeah.
syncing, which I actually got to teach them twice because we needed the visual, you know.
Yeah.
And also cutting on 2 different colors on one map.
We planned this off camera for her to iron on the wrong
I love
layer.
craft fells.
Uh-huh.
I love them.
Totally planned.
Okay, so we've got this here. I am going to go ahead and do the exact same thing that I did. Look at these little sleeves on their sweater. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Is the other sloth a boy and this is a girl?
Sure. Did someone ask? We should name
Rachel
them.
did.
Oh,
Me.
just Rachel.
Just Rachel. Me.
Okay. You know, I haven't thought about it. He does sort of look boyish, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And this one's bright and
Not
happy.
to be stereotypical, but maybe a little, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I traditionally love dark colored everything. So,
yeah.
Look how cute. Oh my gosh. I can't. Oh look. Surprise. I have two faces.
He's double faced just in case.
I love it. Yeah, just in case it comes apart. It's like it's evil twin or something. Hung behind it there. Sorry, I'm trying to just get this lined up really well. There we go. There we go. We'll move him over. Get that put. What? Oh no.
No, not you. Denise thought that you said wife sitter.
Wife?
Yeah, wife sitter.
I'll babysit Courtney.
No. Then Sin chimed in. Hey, if Tanner ever needs a wife sitter, I volunteer. I love hanging out with Courtney.
What did I say?
I don't know, but
What did I
something
say?
sounded like wife sitter.
Wife sitter. I have no idea what I said. I'm so sorry. I have no idea. Okay, and then we are going to put our little, and you can kind of just put this little guy wherever you want. I mean, it looks kind of good there to me, but we do want to make sure that that's not overlapping our scarf as well. So there's a little bit of, obviously, thought process to this about placement and layering and all of that. And then, I mean, Rachel said it perfectly earlier. This is not something that you want to really just watch TV and do. Clearly, there is room for error there. Okay, we'll put that on just like this. There we go.
Little snowflake.
Guys, could you imagine if I didn't have all of this cut out, how long? And we still have to sew it together. So, but honestly, that's not going to take that long. Okay.
No. Blanket stitches look intimidating, but are so easy.
Yes. So now what I want to do, I do have my glue gun over here and it's preheated. So I'm just going to glue these pieces down here. That's so crazy. Every time I take this layer up. Oh man. Okay. So we're just going to add our hot glue. And you could glue this entire thing together if you're like, man, blanket stitching, sewing is not for me. I would never do that. You don't have to. You can glue the whole thing together and it will be adorable. Oh, I'm burning my fingers. Burning my flesh. Okay. Just like this. And I may not be able to move this. I think I literally have a blister on my finger. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah. Come over here, little guy. Oh, look, he moved. What? Apparently she became a he. I can't decide. He's naked, so we don't know yet. What? I need to quit talking. I'm gonna get in trouble. What? No idea.
Oh, it's good.
I mean, it's. I'm gonna quit talking. Well, now we're gonna put his little sweater on. You know what? I'm gonna grab.
I thought we didn't know
I
yet.
know, I know. Everything. It's so bad. I'm gonna use tweezers for this so I don't burn myself again. So reverse tweezers are really nice for this type of thing because look, I'm not having to put any pressure on it and it's totally holding it, which is very, very nice. We did have some friends who said they can't get used to them. I could see that.
I could too. There is an adjustment period. Like breaking in a new pair of shoes. You just have to use it through the pain.
Yeah.
And then you'll learn to love it.
Now, there are some times where you do need like the extra pressure. And so regular tweezers, in my opinion, are better for that. But for this particular project, I'm very excited to have the reverse tweezers. More hot glue there. So you might be asking me or wondering where my Lynn Lily glue gun is, guys. Because we have this one here today. So if you, this is the exact same hot glue gun as our Lynn Lily, but it's just different colors. It's made by Surebonder. I just wanted to point that out for you. Okay, so once you're finished with that, then you're just gonna glue this guy onto here. Look how cute he's becoming. And I would encourage you to do this a little bit at a time instead of trying to put all of the glue down at one time. it's going to be difficult to do that. So maybe just kind of pick up a little bit of it like this. Put some glue on it. Put it down. I'm getting a spam call.
Darn those spam.
No, I'm
people.
getting so many spam calls here lately. It's so annoying. And then when you're finished with that, put glue on the other side and lay it down. You might want to put a little bit more than that. Just depends.
Adrian said she got that glue gun and she decorated hers. That's
Ooh,
a good
Adrian!
option. You need to show
Did
us
you
the Facebook
bedazzle
group.
it? Is bedazzling still around?
I don't know.
Rachel, did you ever bedazzle anything? Like a jean jacket?
No.
I didn't either. My mother wouldn't buy me a bedazzler.
I wanted that hair thing from the infomercials that like twisted your hair up and put little sparkles in them.
What?
Which was like a bedazzler for your hair. It was like one of those as seen on TV products. I always wanted one of those.
You know what I always wanted, and my mom never would buy me either? Oh, I'm a little bitter about it.
Still. Okay.
An Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, those were dangerous, Becca.
Rachel, everything's dangerous.
That's true. That's true. Yes, bedazzled's still a thing. Well, show us in the Facebook group. I bet it's super cute.
Oh. Okay, so we're finished with this one here. And we're ready to sew it together. So we can do a couple of different things. If you wanted to, let me zoom in. Tight there. Okay. We're having a blanket stitch through this guy. So you can see the back right here. And there might be a better way to do this. But this is just the way that I do it. We have like a basic regular stitch right here, but in the front it still looks like a blanket stitch. So I'm going to show you how I do that for this. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and sort of put a little dab of glue like on the end of your ribbon and just attach it like further down in so that it wasn't moving while you were sewing if you wanted to do that. Make sure that you're not putting your hot glue where you will put your stitches just because it's going to get so thick that you're not going to be able to get a needle through there very well. So I am going to do what I just said and grab some ribbon. I've probably made mine too long. Let's make it a little bit shorter. And put it right here, just like this, and go ahead and, like I said, just put a little bit of glue down at the bottom. Sorry, I had to push my glue stick in. And that won't interfere with the stitching, and it won't move around on me while I am trying to stitch. So we've got that there, and we are going to grab our sewing needle. This is a Yarnology little case, and guys, I linked in our affiliate links, in our supply list, I linked a sewing needle that has a really cool case on it. Rachel, I kind of want it. Have you seen it?
No.
It's wooden and the lid screws on, but it has it's so pretty, and it's got gold embellishments and
Oh, that's pretty. It screws. Oh.
yes, you know how I feel about pretty things.
Oh, this is pretty.
I feel like we need it. I don't know. Everything needs to be beautiful.
It's cute.
Yes. Okay, so I'm grabbing my embroidery floss that I have tangled to bits already. Wow, this is special. And then I'm just going to cut a good long piece so that I don't have to rethread in the middle. That's one thing I don't love about blanket stitching. You can definitely stop in the middle and rethread if you run out of thread, but the stop and start just doesn't look as great as a seamless start to finish blanket stitch with like one strand of embroidery floss. So let me try to get this threaded here. There we go.
Threading needles is not my forte.
No, and of course I've chosen a teeny tiny needle. Let me cut more of this off or I'm going to tangle up. Okay, so choose where you want to start on your ornament. Doesn't matter. I'm going to start probably right here. And then, no, I'll start right here. And then all you're going to do is knot the end of one piece of the embroidery thread. So it's a single strand that you are using, not a double. If I can get a knot on top here. Okay. So we have that knotted, and we're going to go in the middle. So you don't start on the back, you don't start on the front, you start in between your stitches here, or in between your layers here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in just like that. And then what I do is go to the back. So you're gonna see it goes around like that. You go through the back, and then you go right through the exact same hole that you made to begin with. So just like that. It should look like this. Does that make sense? Then what I'm gonna do is go back in right here. Did you see that?
Right through the loop.
Right through the loop. And this is just my starting one. Now what I do is make my first stitch. So you're going to, if you're just starting this, don't freak out if your stitches are not super regulated in the beginning. It is not, if you can do it from the very beginning, kudos to you, you're amazing, but it does take a little bit of time to regulate these. But the rule of thumb is that you want your stitches as wide as they are from the edge. If you don't like that, then alter yours. But that's just it's a good starting point. So that's all you do. Did you see that? I'm gonna talk you through it. But you just go over like this. You go front to back. You can also do back to front if you want to. I personally like seeing it this way, just for visual purposes and making sure that I'm getting them even and everything. So I'm through right there, and then I'm gonna pull this way and go back through the loop. So back toward me, just like this. Can everyone see that really good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna do that all the way around. I'm gonna move my EasyPress so we get it out of the way here. And then once you are finished with that, once you get up here, the stitch will be just a tiny bit different. It looks the same on the front, like I said, but it's a tiny bit different from the back just because you have that ribbon in the way, kind of. But now, guys, this is so repetitive. Now is a good time for a little bit of chit chat. If you have any questions that are not related to crafting, if you have any questions about even our membership, we would love to answer any questions like that. If you're just tuning in, we have already talked about it, but we do have our Black Friday sale going on right now. It is our best value for our yearly membership, so take advantage of that. Rachel has dropped link after link. Look how good this looks, guys.
It looks so professional.
I love it. So a lot of times people will use a thread that's the exact same color as the felt that they're doing. I personally, and I've said it before, love the contrast of the white, or even I could have done like a light pink, would have been really pretty. But I love to actually see the stitching. It just looks homemade, but not, like, it doesn't look chintzy. It looks really good. I don't know, hand stitching is just so beautiful to me. I love it. And even if it's not regulated, it just still looks so polished and good in general when you're doing a blanket stitch like this. So I was going to say 9 times out of 10, but like as of right now, every time I've done a blanket stitch, it's with a contrasting thread just because I love it.
Becca, Miss Susan says, are you going to stuff it before you finish?
I am, yes ma'am. So what I'm going to do is sew the majority of it up, and then once I get to the end, when I have maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches left to sew, then I will put stuffing in it. If I did it right now, then I would be fighting the stuffing coming out while I'm sewing. And so that's why I'm just electing to do it toward the end. That's a fantastic question. Thank you so much for asking that. How many of you guys like to make handmade ornaments for your tree? I would love to know. I've made so many this year. And I'm really excited, and I really love, I switch like every other year. I'll do like a traditional or a non-traditional, so sort of like a really pretty ritzy looking Christmas. And then the next year I'm going to do like, my kids made everything. There's colored lights, that type of Christmas.
Oh, all the way to colored lights.
Yes. Yeah. Literally, that's what we're doing this year.
I love it.
So it ranges, but I do love, I just love handmade things on them. This year at church, my sister and I decorate our church, and we elected to do our church is affiliated with a theater, and they're doing a version of the Christmas, which is the one that Scrooge is in, Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
And so that's like old school Christmas, and we are doing. I've shown you. Like just evergreen things with berry accents and dried orange slices and like popcorn strands and things like that. And I love how just simple it is. And I think sometimes you just need to do things like that. Or I need to. Anyway.
I just want to let you know there's a lot of other people that are bitter because they never got an Easy Bake Oven. Sin's very bitter from what I hear.
We need like a support group.
People who never got Easy Bake Ovens.
So,
and then there was somebody, who was it? I need to go back and find the comment. They said that they think their Easy Bake Oven is the reason they went to culinary school.
Stop it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. So one of my best friends whose mom was like, she did fun crafts with us and was super like that mom you strive to be. She got Anna Davis a Easy Bake Oven, and Anna, anytime that Anna and I went over there, my sister Anna went over there, we were like, can we bake something in that Easy Bake Oven?
Can we bake something?
We love it.
It's nice to see you, but I don't really want you. I want your Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah,
so.
and your juicy juice, because she always had the best juicy juice. So back then, you could get like a big can of juicy juice.
It was Shay. Hang on. It was Shay who said that's what made her want to go to culinary school. It was Shay.
Shay, did you go to culinary school? You have a culinary degree.
That's amazing. What? That's amazing. And she said this is her first year crafting homemade ornaments and she's super excited. Shay, we're so excited for you.
Yes.
Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off, but I
was just talking about juicy juice. That's far more interesting than canned juicy juice. Okay. Is it weird that I absolutely love hand sewing like this? I feel like, so when I'm super stressed, I like to do little projects like this that can be done in one setting, but that are very hands-on. Now, mind you, I can do this sewing part like while I'm watching TV or something like that. And so I just love sitting and doing that. If you guys attended the summit that we did, the fall summit, we did the felt stockings, and so we blanket stitched those. And I made a couple of those at home. I didn't even have to, and I'm not actually going to be using them. But just because I love creating like that. And that's one thing I just love about the die cut machine and crafting and DIY and all of that stuff is it's just so therapeutic to me to actually make something and then have a gorgeous something when I'm finished.
You're going to be that little old lady that's like making things constantly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already that little old lady, but yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about juicy juice. Okay, guys, does anybody, this is probably, I'm young, so unless we have some peeps my age, does anyone remember bug juice? I know they still probably have it, but bug juice, I loved bug juice.
I mean, I never had it because my mom literally would not give me it.
So it didn't taste amazing, but you wanted it for like, the cup was cool. That was a cool thing.
It was
about
a squeezy bug juice. It was like slimy, right? Or was it the drink?
No, it was the drink. Drink bug juice.
I'm trying to remember.
And then you could buy bug juice that had like the lids with like characters on it.
Okay.
If if your mom was like
really cool,
really feeling you and your attitude that day,
yes.
Sometimes you could get that one. Yeah, those are fun too.
I feel like they still have bug juice at like the Walmart checkout.
And at gas stations.
Okay.
They still have bug juice, I think.
Because I think my kids have conned me into it. It's like 98% sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why else would they want it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here we are getting to the part with the different stitch, and it's slightly different. So what I'm going to do is still go in the exact same way that I did, just like this. And then I'm going to do a small stitch right here, and then not go all the way through the front. See how I went to the front? I don't want that. I want to go right behind it so that it's still through the back piece and the actual ribbon. Pull it through that way, and then I'm going to go through the front of my stitch like I did before. Does that make sense? I'm going to do it again and do it slow. But see how it looks the exact same on the front? And we're still sewing it in the back. Okay, so again, I went through the front exactly like I did before. So it's through all 3 layers. Pull it, and then do a little stitch right here that goes through the back layer and the ribbon. And then I'm going to come up through that and come out, and then loop through my front again.
Wow.
Right.
Becca.
Right.
It's like you cracked a code.
I mean, if only.
If only.
And so you just have to do that a couple of times. One thing I will say, and I did it a little bit tight, don't tighten it super tight, just because the stitching tends to look kind of small when you do that. And you just still want it to look consistent with your other stitching. I don't see where my needle went.
Chrissy said it's so satisfying to watch sewing up close. It really is.
Oh, thank you. Are you a sewist, Chrissy? I'm trying to remember. I've peeped some of your projects here lately. I'm very impressed. You're on it, girl.
It auto-corrected her name to Cassie. I totally know your name is Chrissy. Stupid autocorrect.
Oh, wow. Okay, and once you get through that area, then you just go back to the normal stitches. But we're almost to the point where we need to go ahead and stuff our little guy here. So let me just do maybe, actually we're gonna do it right now. So grab your polyfiber fill, and if you're like us, you have an old pillow that you hate.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna pull it out.
Yeah, because that's the hate pillow.
We hate this pillow. We hate it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put it in there, make it as puffy or as not puffy as you want. And you might be like, how in the world am I gonna get my fingers up in there? So I have really long fingers and I can get it there. If you don't have really long fingers, grab something like a bone folder or the end of your weeding tool or the end of your precision knife or whatever. And definitely get like up in here in the leaf area because you want it to be puffy too. And then get down here like where the scarf is. So you might just add little bits here and there to get it adorable. Am I missing anything? I haven't looked at the screen.
Oh no, you're good.
Even one time.
You're good.
Okay.
Chrissy
fantastic.
is not a sewist.
Really?
No, she can do just about everything else.
I feel like she could be. Chrissy, that is your 2021 challenge. I'm issuing a challenge. Did you know?
Gosh.
Did you know?
The personal challenge by Becca Oaks.
Who else wants
Chrissy.
a
I hope that you're up
personal
for it.
challenge? You don't have to do it, Chrissy, if you don't want to. I mean, it's not going to really hurt my feelings. Only slightly. I'm totally joking. Okay. I haven't filled this part yet. I'm going to do that in just a second, but I'm going to make a couple of more stitches just to sew this up a little bit. I love that Wes is watching this. Wes, have you sewn before? I'm eager to know.
Wes said he got all of his kids hooked on that flavored water because it's got antioxidants and it's not super sweet. It's only got 6 carbs per bottle. That would be something great to get your kids hooked on if they want like flavor. Or I know there's that like Mio water squirt. I know there's a lot of things better than like those juices for kids, but sometimes parents
Sometimes you just need real sugary juice. Yeah.
Just drink it.
My kids generally drink water because
that's great.
I don't want them walking around my house with something that's going to be sticky. Also, they don't need that on their teeth all day. But occasionally they like a good sugary something, and that's fine.
Sure, kids need that. We need that.
Yeah. Tanner doesn't need that.
Oh, in his heart he does. In Tanner's soul is filled with sugar.
He shared yesterday that he's never had a soda, and I feel bad for him. Actually, I'm proud of him, honestly. Like, I can't imagine.
Thing with Tanner. Tanner has a very, not obsessive, but what is it? It's like an addictive personality type thing.
Yeah.
So like with chocolate and milkshakes and stuff, so the sweets that he eats, he's relatively addicted / obsessed with them.
Yeah.
So
he would say that.
Yeah, he would say that. I'm not saying anything Tanner would not say. So I almost feel better knowing Tanner is not hooked on sodas, because let me tell you, a soda addiction is real. Well, sugar addiction, it's just like any other sugar addiction, but
That's
sodas
absolutely
can
true.
get you many places quickly. It can really pack on the pounds if you're not watching out. I mean, I love Coca-Cola. It's a problem. It's a problem. I love sugary sodas.
Okay, so guys,
Oh my gosh, are you done?
we're finished. I mean, I have to make this last stitch, which is just, well, I'm going to make another one right here because I want to make a small one. And then all I need to do is just go over here. See, I'm not making another stitch. I'm going through this original one, just like this. And I am going to, and look, it looks like a stitch. I'm going to go back again through it and then make a little knot by coming this way, just like that, and then I can snip it off. I am finished. And look how cute he or she is. And I'll let you see side by side with the arms. You can be the judge if I'm nutty or not and shouldn't have done that. But I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. There we go. Arms? No arms. Let me know. Also, which color combination is your favorite?
Personally, I like the one that you got right
This
one?
one?
Now. Yeah.
I do love those colors, but you guys, you know that I choose those all the time anyway.
But I normally don't. I'm usually a more traditional type gal, and I really like those colors.
Anyway, thank you guys so much. I love that you guys stuck through with this project for me. And again, guys, if you love this cut file and you want other fun cut files, make sure, I've said it like 3 times already, but I just want you to definitely take advantage of the amazing membership sale that we have going on using our code BEST, which oddly enough gives you our best sale of the year. But yeah, use that code, grab that link, go find out lots of fun information about our membership. Is Melissa on here? I haven't seen her on here. She normally is the best about reminding me to tell you guys to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And so she'll be so proud that I remembered this time. But anyway, guys, thank you. Oh, Debbie, I like the darker one slightly more. Okay, I love that. Chrissy likes the arms better. Thank you, Chrissy.
Well, one thing I love about Becca's projects is she has a tendency to have the one that she had pre-made different than the one she makes live. She doesn't mean to. It's kind of usually a day of thing, but I love that there's different options for you guys to see. I really appreciate that about Becca.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. You're welcome. Thank you. Anyway, guys, it is now 20 till 3, and I am fully okay with chatting for a few minutes if you want to chat. If you're like, peace out, then we'll see you on Monday for a fun craft, and you are more than welcome to do that, but our craft is finished. So thank you so much for watching this. Yes. It has been so much fun. I love doing felt projects. It's probably, if I had to categorize myself in like one niche, excuse me, that was really bad. I think I would make myself a felt crafter. I just love it. It's so fun. It's so easy. I even like sewing clothes for my kids, not like everyday clothes, but their costumes, their Halloween costumes. I generally will make out of felt just because it's so easy to work with. I love the arms on the darker one, but like the lighter clothes. Okay. There you go.
See that you see the options you can mix and match.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Twyla, I hate making the same thing more than once, so having options is great. I agree. I mean, sometimes you have to make things over and over the exact same way, but if I'm making 2 of basically the same thing, why not? I want to try a mini ugly sweater with felt. That's a great idea.
Oh, that's cute.
That would be adorable. Sparkle Dumpster, I think I'm going to try this weekend. Chrissy, you totally should. Make sure you post pictures. I know I want to see that. Mary Ann, Becca, can you teach us how to make bows? I'm so bad at that. So Mary Ann, are you talking about like a 3D cut file bow or bows with wired ribbon or non-wired ribbon, or what material? if you're talking about the 3D cut file bows, I did a
Member
member
only?
only.
Yeah.
I did a member only with that. It's totally available.
Oh, Sharon has a good question.
Let's
How
hear
much
it.
does that felt run you guys?
I don't
You get
know.
what you pay for.
Yes, it is more expensive than regular
Yes,
felt.
but it cuts. Becca can go on and on about how good the quality is.
And it
of
doesn't
Benzie felt.
shred like a lot of felts when like they're thin and can kind of pull apart. I mean, I'm sure this one can be that way, but ours doesn't. I honestly don't know how much it runs because when I purchase the felt from Benzie, I spend about $100 at a time because I get a lot of palettes of colors. But definitely check the link in the supplies below for sure. And go hunting for felt there. Their colors are absolutely gorgeous. And if you are wanting to hand sew and do some, felt projects like that, they also have a coordinating embroidery thread for each felt. So I think that's pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. Wired ribbon. Marianne, yeah, I can teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That actually... That's the first thing I ever did here at Maker's Gonna Learn. Mm-hmm. Because I was here for a couple of weeks and then we did the Black Friday event, which we're doing again this year, and it's going to be even more fun than last year. I'm very excited. Definitely make plans to come and be a part of at least part of that, if not all of it. We started at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard and it's till about 5 p.m., I believe. Right, Rachel?
Yep,
Okay.
that's it.
Anyway, so... that was my first live with you all. I was scared out of my mind and I don't even know why. Like looking back now, I'm like, oh, these people are the nicest people in the world. What did I have to be scared about? But yeah, I taught you guys how to do some fun wired ribbon bows and I would love to do that again. Maybe I could do a couple of different types.
Yes.
In a member only, that would be fun.
Have fun with Penny, Shay says.
Thank you, I will.
And Rachel, are you doing anything fun? Shay, the only thing I have planned this weekend is I'm cutting my husband's cousin's hair. He's gonna come over. I'm cutting his hair. I don't know why he prefers me to cut it, but I'm fine with that. But that is hopefully the only thing I'm doing this weekend. I feel like I need a weekend to just glue myself to the couch, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's going to be a good weekend for that. Becca gets to have Penny.
I get Penny, little Ben. And I'm giving Elliot, my golden doodle, my 80-pound golden doodle, who is long overdue for a good haircut, is getting trimmed this weekend. So that's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be fine. Miss Carol, I love that. She said, ooh, Black Friday MGL, no crowds, winner. You are winning if you come and be a part. Guys, we haven't talked about it too much this year. But there's lots of giveaways. We have a lot of fun new segments that we're planning. I'll just go ahead and tell you, we're doing a craft challenge is Courtney involved too?
I don't know.
I think it's the four of us. Me and Tanner and Courtney and Rachel are all doing a craft challenge against each other.
Yeah.
And Anna, I believe, is going to sort of be moderating that. I'm really excited about it.
It's going to be live, so we're going to be doing it live for you guys. We're going to figure that out, but that's going to be fun.
So that's just one of the segments. We have lots of other fun ones that are planning. I don't want to ruin everything because I know Tanner will also want to talk about it. But it's going to be a good time. Lots of giveaways. I've said that before. And then, we always do a really fun announcement. I'm not going to say anything about that.
Went, oh.
How did I forget about that part?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I'm not spelling it, Miss Carol. Oh, you may already know it, actually. Did you come? Never mind. Yes, Aaliyah, really crazy announcement. See, yes, absolutely.
Oh, Miss Catherine, thank you, MGL, for everything you do to bring a daily smile to my face. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much.
I don't know why my brain couldn't read that in a better way. I don't know.
Mary, I'm sitting against a heating pad but weeding a project for t-shirts while watching.
Oh, goodness.
Hopefully you are feeling better.
I hope so.
I believe the elf is a week from today. Sin, it is. You are absolutely right. So we have a fun cut file collection. If you missed yesterday's live, or just caught the end of it, we made an announcement that first Thursday of every single month is a craft challenge. Traditionally, it has been our requested cut file collection release, but now it is a craft challenge, so that's super fun. Check it out in the private Facebook group if you haven't already. Then we have second Thursday, which is requested cut file collection launch. third Thursday, which is like a curated collection launch. And then fourth Thursday will be font releases. So that is the new schedule for releases. And yes, this next Thursday is a super cute cut file launch. Sin saw it yesterday. Actually, she may have seen it before, but she commented on it yesterday. And it seems like she's excited about that. Wait, I want to know. I don't know what these announcements are.
Yes, you
Sam,
do.
you know.
Sin.
You know, and I'm not telling everyone right now. Even though
I
I would
slacked
love to.
Sin thinks she's out of the loop.
That's so funny.
Oh, good question. Debbie, how do you put in for a request for a cut file, Miss
That's a
Becca?
great question. So we, over in the private Facebook group, we have in the announcements. So if you look at the top, you can see announcements. And then to the top right of that, it will say see all announcements or something to that nature. And you can click on that and everything that we have pinned as an announcement will come up. And at the very bottom of that, there's a little picture that says something like cut file requests. And then just comment on that. There's a hair. Comment on that and let us know what you would like to see as far as cut files. And the Maker's Gonna Learn library. I'm often out of the loop. You are. I'm so sorry.
But we don't try to do that. We don't.
Yes.
We want to keep sending, like, we're trying so hard.
You know this, though, my friend.
She does. She's
Yeah.
already slacked me. She's like, oh.
I made an elf quarantine jar. It has a countdown on it for when he gets to come out of it. Yes, so that
So cute.
The jar comes out December 1st with him in it. So the elf on the shelf, I shared a picture of it, and I did share it over in the private Facebook group too, but it has a little countdown too. So the thing that I love about the elf quarantine, that's like what we're calling it, if for some reason you're like me, sorry. When your elf comes, you're very good for the first week or so, and then your elf sits there for 2 weeks. So my plan is to not use the quarantine at first. So, I'll do some fun things. And then when I just can't come up with any ideas, or I'm just like, I just can't for 2 weeks, then the elf will go into quarantine and we'll do a countdown to let him out. Maybe if he's symptom free for a week, I'll let him out. I don't know. That's
symptom free that's good, but it's good that you just have that as an option.
It's up to my discretion.
Yes.
Asher thinks it's a major holiday because he got to have some root beer.
Oh, that's so funny.
A major holiday.
Mom life.
I love that.
Hashtag mom life.
I love that. I do know this one, but one of the reasons I tend live is because I find out some things at the same time as everyone else. And I thought it was because you just love me and Rachel so much.
Yeah, she's like, let me see what they're hiding from me today.
What can I find out? 1 a.m. Oh my God, move the elf. Exactly. Wednesday night, my husband and I will be in bed, and I'm like, I moved the elf 3 times this week. Go do it.
It's your turn.
And I have one kid who doesn't care at all about it. He honestly would probably not even know there was an elf in the house. My other child is so observant. I'm saying my kids like they don't know who they are. Fallon is so observant.
Tell Fallon what she did, how observant she was this morning.
Yes. So Rachel gets here an hour before I do. She gets here at 7 a.m. and then I get here at 8 after I drop my kids off at school. And we came on the road where the office is, and I don't normally do that to go to school, but I did, and they were asking if they could come to work with me today. And I was like, no, babe, you have school. What about tomorrow? I'm like, no, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm not coming in, blah, blah, blah. And they're always concerned about me working here by myself. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. They think that, one, I shouldn't.
Right.
I'm not sure. And anyway, you were there by yourself? Why was Rachel not there?
Yeah.
But anyway, today they saw Rachel's car, and Fallon said, why did she not turn the lights on?
Oh,
you're 3.
Gosh.
Why did you notice the lights weren't on?
She pays attention. They don't miss a beat.
The office is big. It's not like, I mean, they could have been on. I have no idea.
I go through at 7:05, turn every light on. No.
Why are the lights not on?
So funny.
She's hysterical. Ready to move the elf before they get out of the bathroom in the morning. I know, it is Beckett's first year, I did really good. I mean, really good. Like, I wrapped his door like the elf did it. I wrapped the elf in a box, like his arms and legs were coming out of it. Did like the snowman out of toilet paper and like these. This was before I had a Cricut too. It would have made my life a whole lot better.
Yeah.
With a little elf coming up out of that. An elf selfie thingy where like he was hanging off the front of my DSLR, like taking a picture, like just so many things.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he was 6 months old and could not even appreciate it is when I
6 months old.
He was 5 months old actually.
Holy crap, Becca. It's okay. You know, that's good.
You went, I took Q-tips and cut them and made cute little snowflakes and hung them around his crib.
Of course you did.
I mean, it was just ridiculous.
I don't doubt that.
I would spend hours doing it.
Yeah. You know what's fun too?
Now they move once a year.
Once a year. Go to Hobby Lobby and go to the dollhouse section. They have a lot of cute little tiny things that like you can buy in that section to use with Elf on a Shelf. So you could do that too. That's
yeah, well, and I asked, what got all of this started a couple of weeks ago was I asked, would you guys be interested in an Elf on the Shelf cut file collection? Meaning, because it's trademarked, I can't actually put Elf on the Shelf on it, but things, props, little thingies that you could use in conjunction with your Elf on the Shelf to give you ideas. So I'm still interested to know if that was something you'd be interested in. My youngest was like your Fallon. He is a civil engineer now. Oh, I love that. Fallon is very, very with it, very... it's insane. Is Penny here? Hi, we're chatting. We've been done with the craft forever. Say hello to Courtney and Tanner and Penny and guys. Can you say hi?
It's like 20 degrees hotter in this room.
Yes.
Well, we're feeling it too. We feel it.
I love it.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Anyway, my weekend friend is here, guys. I've already talked about this.
Penny, hello.
I love it. Say she got Elliot a big marrowbone for Elliot, and then little ones to share with your other one.
I'm telling you what, they're gonna have the best weekend. Are we excited, Penny? All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for staying and chatting. It's been a super fun live. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you here Monday for a fun Christmas kickoff.